What's going on, everybody? Eric Lindquist at Stochastic here on the Odd Chopper channel, coming to you with another edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Hit that like button, subscribe button, and notification bell as we get going. Goes a long way for me on this video and goes a long way for you, because then you become apprised whenever great betting content is going live here at our little neck of the YouTube woods. Lots of crazy stuff as we approach the trade deadline here on Thursday, and today's episode is going to be a little bit different than normal. Now, it doesn't mean you should just tune out. Oh, Eric, you're not going to have any solid picks on this? No. There are a ton of things that are going to change between now and lock tomorrow, and books have not even added a bunch of lines to this. In fact, we only have 2 of the 4. It's only a 4-game slate, but there's a lot of teams with a lot of trade implications and possibilities that exist on this slate, even ones that have lines up for it yet. We're going to be paying very close attention to that news, but I'm going to give you 4 leans. If you want to be betting Jokic triple-double, go ahead. He's not going anywhere, so that's a pretty easy one right from the get-go in the first game. But otherwise, every bet I'm going to give you today is a lean because it's trade dependent. There's news that's going to show up. There are lines that are going to show up that are only going to show up after the deadline, 3 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow, I believe. So be paying attention to news. It's going to change things drastically. And if you want to be at the best situation possible to be able to handle it, head to the premium Discord below. Sign up for that. Sign up for the Discord. I'm going to be dropping my premium betting card like I do every single Monday through Friday in there. It will have updated everything. So if you want to know whether or not these bets end up coming to fruition, that's the place to check it out. But no matter what, you can get yourself $200 over at DraftKings. You bet $5, win $200 right now with them in bonus bets. That'll be 8 $25 bets. We have the Super Bowl coming up. Seems like something you might want to have a little coin on. So if you want to take advantage of that offer, if you haven't signed up for DraftKings yet, please do so in the video description box below. And if you have a gambling problem, I should be able to say gambling, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. Alrighty, y'all, 4 games, 4 leans incoming. Let's get to the picks. We start with our man, our dude, the NBA's dude, going to be 3-time MVP dude, Nikola Jokic, and the Denver Nuggets on the road against the Orlando Magic. Let's start with Orlando. They could trade literally anyone besides Paolo Banchero tomorrow, and it wouldn't surprise me. He's your future. He's your number 1 pick. He is very, very good at basketball, and he's on a rookie deal. I suppose Franz Wagner and Markelle Fultz would surprise me too, but everyone else has to be on the table. Doubt anybody major gets moved there, but let's get back to Joker, shall we? I mean, talked about before the show started how much I just want to talk about leans, but I don't care. You can fire up his triple-double whenever. I like how his triple-doubles are just foregone conclusions at this point, and despite a move on that line to look like a point spread, -110, -115 everywhere at lock last game, we took it anyways, because that's the kind of frequency this dude is operating on at the moment. So let's just start there. I'm going to bet Jokic to triple-double. It would be a lock if we had anything else or on any other day where I don't know the news. I can't imagine Denver moves anything, but Orlando, again, we just have to pay attention to the news. I'm holding firm on this belief that this is the way to handle today. But people also want me to involve more spreads, more totals by the YouTube comments, which are always so nice, always so gracious, always so caring to me. But one small problem with that, there's no line out yet. See this? NA, because the books, this would be a stale line. Everybody would take advantage. Boom, the second the news dropped, if they could. So, I mean, just why even post a stale line like that? At least on a regular day when stuff happens. I mean, Josh Hart just got traded 2 minutes ago before the start of a basketball game to the Knicks. I mean, stuff is just popping up from the ether, and there's going to be too many moving parts tomorrow for them to put up a line until after all the dust settles. So, I'm leaning towards playing a Jokic triple-double along with a Denver money line. I think if you package those two together, I think you can get close to even money, maybe a little bit better, plus money on that side of it. So, Jokic, going to be a triple-double machine, 31% defensive rebounding rate. That's 99th percentile in the NBA. 43% assist rate, 99th percentile in the NBA. 24.7 points per game, only twice has he failed to reach double digits. So, Jokic triple-double feels like a foregone conclusion, which is wild to say. Maybe a little bullish there, but Denver money line, packaging with it, just a lean because the circumstances today. Off to Phoenix and Atlanta next, and all eyes will be on the Suns team to see if they can somehow, some way make a surprising move for Kevin Durant. I find it to be a bit of a pipe dream, but obviously a package sending off Mikal Bridges plus a salary pace to make the trade work, and plus some picks. You're definitely going to need picks in that scenario. It's not completely off the table, but I will say it's unlikely to say the very, very least. Also, will they finally land a dance partner for Jay Crowder? What a weird deal that's been. Such an integral part of the fabric of this team in the last couple playoff runs, but coming into this year, wasn't willing to take a reduced role and just sat out all season. Wild stuff. And Atlanta, they are perfectly healthy for the first time in a long time, but all eyes will be on John Collins there. What happens with him? Feels like he's been on the trade block for 3 consecutive seasons, and I don't find him all that interesting of a piece for a contender to acquire, but all it takes is one suitor to believe in him, and this team thins out for a day. But his backup, Jalen Johnson, is a pretty good real-life basketball player, so suppose his absence wouldn't mark a very noticeable change to this line or spread. And what could you possibly do with DeJounte Murray if you wanted to here? If you're the GM, you're kind of pot committed at this point to make the best of this situation, even though it really has not worked out in the Hawks' favor. So lots still to come out with this one, but considering the spread, I'm actually leaning the Suns' way, getting the 4 points pending massive trade news. That asterisk can go on everything, even though they'll be without Devin Booker for this one as he takes it easy after playing his first game back. Ayton plus Paul plus Bridges is still aside. I'm all right backing against this Hawks squad that is truly, utterly disappointing in 2023. Doubt I do anything crazy beyond a meager like if the Suns are unscathed past the trade deadline, but as I said in the intro, everything's a lean, so we lean away. Phoenix, -4. No, they're getting 4. They're getting the 4. We'll make this quick. We'll make this easy. Bet $5. Win yourself $200 in bonus bets over at DraftKings. Again, I don't know how everything's going to work out in the trade situations. I don't know what happens here before the deadline. We already had massive news with Brooklyn. We'll talk about a little bit later with Kyrie getting shipped off to Dallas. We had massive news today. Russell Westbrook is going to get bought up by Utah because that's just what's going to happen. Russell is now on the Lakers. People are going to bounce out around like crazy. But one constant in your life is you will get $200 from DraftKings no matter what when you bet $5 on any wager period. If you want to put it on the Super Bowl, go ahead. You'll have to wait a little bit for your $200, but bet $5 and win $200 in bonus bets when you make that wager and it settles. So please play responsibly. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Alrighty, y'all, back to the picks. Off to Brooklyn and Chicago in Brooklyn, and no line here because that would be ridiculous with all of the trade stuff going down here with both of these teams. Lots of rumors. Chicago's 26-28 and rumored to be shopping Zach LaVine to multiple spots. We'll see what comes out of that, but my guess now that the Lakers acquired D'Angelo Russell is probably nothing, as that was the prime LaVine landing spot in a swap situation with Westbrook. Could have made the salaries work, alas, no more. In Brooklyn, sounds like they're rolling with Spencer Dinwiddie for another go after all. Words of a third team with Toronto trying to tango to get him and unload other pieces. And this is just another spot where, alas, that idea seems to be no more. I think he's playing basketball there. DFS, Dorian Finney-Smith should be playing basketball there as well. But that doesn't mean the Nets are done making moves. In fact, a Joe Harris salary dump with 2 years, $18 million on that deal makes a lot of sense, especially if packaging him with an actual good player makes sense. Like Nicholas Claxton, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of teams out there that wouldn't mind him on their roster come playoff time. I talked about it a bit last Nets game, but zero clue what they try to do at the deadline here. Hell, I don't even think people realize that this team is actually 32-22. Fantastic record, although that great record is only 5th in the East due to how stacked it is. What a conference. My guess is they do roll Dinwiddie, give Durant all the time that he needs to get healthy, and hope he just goes straight up OKC Thunder Durant God mode in the NBA playoffs to try to sneak a few series wins along the way. It's unlikely due to his injury history, but I will never, ever write off Kevin Durant. Anywho, betting. We're talking betting here. I'll be very interested to see where Claxton and Dinwiddie props open here, assuming they're both with the team at tip-off. But as for now, my lean would be just backing them on the money line anyways. Can't say for sure, but something tells me we'll get the Dinwiddie of old instead of the Wizards / most of his tenure with the Mavericks version of Dinwiddie. And that, my friends, would be enough against this Bulls team with a questionable DeMar DeRozan, gotta wait on his status, a questionable Patrick Williams, gotta wait on his status, and perhaps no LaVine if indeed they find a dance partner for a trade. Again, find it to be unlikely at this point. leaning Brooklyn. Away we go to our last game of the night, where we do have a line. And this game is a bit of a doozy. We've got the Bucks visiting the Lakers, and yay, LeBron James backers. LeBron James smashes through the record, came through on the lock for the people. Oh boy, the day after I made that video, you run into these situations where you're like, I don't know. You try to talk yourself out of it, but I had already bet it really heavy. I'm glad that came through for everybody involved. And hey, today's lock, only one that we had on the board on Wednesday, Tyrese Halliburton, easy W there. We're riding high in the premium Discord. If you want to sign up for that, in the video description box below, simply click on that link, use promo code ELInsider, and get yourself 50% off the very first week. That'll be under $10 for you guys to check out that. I think you're going to enjoy it. But either way, we got Bucks, we got Lakers, and the Lakers, Russell Westbrook, as he's affectionately known by Lakers fans. He getting the nah wave. He is heading out. He is off to Utah. He's going to get bought out by Utah, 99% sure of that. But that news just hit like an hour ago. Pretty wild stuff. Mike Conley going to be a Minnesota Timberwolf. I don't even know how I feel about that. He's old. I don't know. But D'Angelo Russell, you're unloading some salary. It makes sense. But we still got to deal with the Gobert thing. But back to basketball. Back to this situation. Everybody looks at this Bucks team. I mean, they're pretty damn good with Giannis Antetokounmpo, Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton. Those three aren't going anywhere. Doubt Brook Lopez is going anywhere either. The fabric of this team is pretty set, and they did make some small ancillary moves at the deadline last year. Dante DiVincenzo went to Golden State. A couple of weird things where they kind of set the table for it. I'm curious to see if they can make a move for one piece off the bench. Considering Serge Ibaka doesn't even play in that rotation, maybe you can find some way to make the salaries work again. People just think it's as easy as saying, I want this, you want that, whatever. There's a lot that goes into it. A lot of salary-based issues when trying to make moves when you're the Bucks, because you got a lot of salary going to those main guys. But the Lakers, as we're looking at this team, improvement, I think, for them, finding a way to get away from Russell Westbrook and going towards our dude. Yeah, no, that was a Freudian slip. And going towards our dude, D'Angelo Russell. I think that truly helps the fabric of their team. Yet another point guard on today's slate who will be going for round 2. I doubt he plays on Wednesday, but you just never know. That's why we call these all leans today. I would like this team a lot more if D'Angelo Russell plays. But as it stands right now, I still think 5.5 with LeBron James coming off of the record as long as he plays. Anthony Davis as long as he plays. Rui Hachimura, a guy that I think is going to be decent enough. Looks like they're going to keep him in the starting rotation. And D'Angelo Russell is going to start for this team instantly upon day one. So I'm going to be leaning towards the Lakers spread, plus 5.5. Maybe they're just happy to get rid of Westbrook, considering the whole Tuesday thing with him and Ham going nuts on each other in the locker room. Lots of crazy stuff. Lots of words coming from the Lakers. But hey, they don't have to worry about it anymore. He's somebody else's problem once they try to make a move on him. If they do, we'll find out. But I'm leaning the Lakers. That's our last game of the night. And that does it for another edition of Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. So you know what to do. Head to that comment section below. Let me know your favorite plays. I'm going to be updating you guys everywhere on Twitter, in the comment section below here on YouTube, and in the premium Discord. Try to give you an idea of where I land on the board for tomorrow, because again, this is just a special extenuating circumstance kind of a day. It would be egregious to make some kind of a stand here tomorrow night. So again, I want to give you guys great advice, and I think this is the best way I can do it, is give you 4 leans. I did that, talked you through the scenarios of every single spot, what I'm paying attention to the most. I hope you found that useful. And if you did, please hit that like button on the way out. Once again, also check out DraftKings. Get yourself $200 in bonus bets. That's just great stuff. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Alrighty, y'all. I'll be back. We'll have a very clear-cut vision of Friday's board. I'll be recording that on Thursday night. Until then, I'm Eric Lindquist. Best of luck in the NBA streets on Thursday.